So, Geshtar, the Mech Rider, heavy on the magic use. He casts Wall pretty much all the freaking time. But if we can suck up all his magic, this is basically a battle of the wills then. You just keep sucking up magic, hopefully he won't use Wall anymore. Alright, we've gained about 4 magic points from him, so I don't think Magic Absorb is going to do much more good. You can go ahead using Thunderbolt if you want and stuff. I would kind of probably... Weapons take forever in this fight, because see how little damage we're doing? We're not really doing any good pecking away at him at all. And he stands a very high chance of knocking you unconscious with his bike if you're in the way of it. He's revving it up, honey. Get out of the way. But yeah, this is a battle best fought with magic, even though he's not weak against anything. You can go the Thunderbolt route, like you've been doing, since light spells typically tend to do the trick here. See, that's pretty heavy, and yes, there we go. There's our first unconsciousness. We are probably going to be using some Cure Waters in this fight, and that's the thing about people being knocked unconscious, is that you can't move across the screen and detect him then. But let's see what a Lucent Beam does to him. Lucent Beam is a pretty powerful offensive spell, better than most of the sprites. But in this case, no better or worse than anything else. So you can just kind of go after him with a slew of different magics, I guess. Anything light-based is bound to take down a Mech Rider with ease, but let's see what else we've got. Let's see what Exploder does. Blowing him up seems like a... Oh, that's actually pretty good, too. That's a very hard-hitting spell right there. I already used Thunderbolt. I want to use something else. Where are you? There we go. I don't really trust Undine here, actually. Let's see what Earth Slide does to him. Yeah, well, you know, about the same. Pretty much any high-powered magic is going to do well here. If you just want to throw some, Earth Slide's a fairly cheap spell, so if you want to throw something inexpensive at him, that's definitely... Oh, that's nice, too, if you want to get the critical hits. But yeah, Earth Slide's not an expensive spell. Earth Slider, Earth Slider. But yeah, you just move back and forth, curing as needed, basically, and using cheap spell. You know, Shade probably is not going to do the trick here, actually. Dryad, definitely not, because I haven't bothered leveling it up. Yeah, let's just keep in with the Earth Slides. That's a nice, cheap spell, and he won't run out of magic that way. Mech Rider 3 is bound to die sooner or later with a healthy dose of those going at him. 300 points apiece. He'll go down in a few minutes, tops. I'm not even bothering to chain cast here. That's how... I may start doing that in the Pure Land, because some of those bosses can just be downright cheap. Oh, they just call him Mech Rider. I guess they're not numbered. I guess that's just something I do in my head. Wow, and it's actually doing progressively more damage as well. Interesting. I'd love to take him down with a weapon hit, actually, although I don't feel like that's going to happen. The odds are low with Earth Slide doing the kind of damage it is. Woo! Yeah, I don't have anything to say about this fight other than woo, really. Because, I mean, what can you do? It's Mech Rider. We've fought him twice before already. He's not exactly a unique Earth-rocking boss here. If I could wake up, I could access my allies. There we go. You actually can't do those things. You can't even do it for your friends while you're asleep. Or unconscious or whatever. There he goes. And he doesn't go off screen like the other Mech Riders. He goes down with his ship. He dies like a beast. Wow. Sprite actually took some fairly bad damage in that battle. So what do we get from this fight? Prithee. Pray tell. A Spear Orb. Dang, we've already gotten one of those too. That's awesome. And once again, we are too late to stop them from doing anything terribly evil. Isn't that just the way it goes? So now I think we actually get a... we run and we get the hell out of here, and we get another nice little cinematic. And bye-bye, Grand Palace. That was the only opportunity we had to level up in you. We can never go back to the Sunken Continent again. I mean, we can. We can land and stuff. And there's actually a very good reason to land, which I will show you when we land. And now we're in the final phase of the Flamey Flight, which provides the coolest music. Absolutely the coolest music. But what we want to do now, where did that... There we go. you want to land at the tree palace once again, because there's something very useful to do here. One useful thing in general, actually. You get kind of an all-star cast vibe from this little joint. Yes, failed. Failed, failed, failed. You can't get too hard on yourself, though, Jima. We can still stop this. Oh, my. So that's where we need to go next, is the Pure Land, although I'm not going to be going there next. There are some things we got to do first. Not to mention, namely, level up all our weapons, because the sprite and the girl will be getting level 8 weapons, actually. I'll be at level 7 with the sword, but I'll find the other sword orb in the Pure Land, so it won't matter. We'll have level 8 weapons by the time I get to the Mana Fortress. So the barrier on the Pure Land has weakened. You may have seen it. You may have seen it while you were flying around with Flamey. It's this kind of whitish green, cloudy place. You can't land there normally, but once you beat the Grand Palace, you can. So we need to find the Mana Tree and revive the Mana Sword. Right. Go Team Venture. Alright, sounds exciting. So we can kind of run around and talk to people here. You can actually even go in the palace and meet a few people. Mara's hanging around in there, I know that much. Yes, so sad that he betrayed us first. There's the helmet hair girl from the Resistance, and you can even go upstairs. Oh, hey, Fano, what are you doing here? How did you even get here? You weren't yourself. There's a nice little soapy forgiveness scene here. I actually kind of like it. I'm making fun of it, but I kind of like it. Sometimes you have to push the button to go on with the dialogue. I don't really understand that. Friends, okay? Friends at my house. We'll watch Friends later, okay? BFFs forever! Yay! Yay! But if you try to go upstairs, I mean, you can't seal the seed. The seeds are in much peril. See, you try to activate the seed. Nothing's happening! So you can't really do anything useful there, and there's no door behind the stage anymore. I guess they kind of already spackled and drywalled that up. Anything this way? Nope. And you can't go back down this way either. Much as you would love to ride the subway train again, I'm sure. And by you, I mean I. So you just go around and you talk to people, and it's very useful to do this. I'm just kind of dilly-dallying right now. There's that dude we talked to earlier. They just called him Man, even though his hair kind of leaves that up for debate. But what you want to do is walk all the way around the palace, and you will meet Nico. And it's actually worth it to talk to Nico this time, because Nico provides the best armor that you can buy. There is better armor that you can collect from enemies past this point, but there's tons of stuff to be had here. 65,500 a piece for those things. I don't even know if we can afford all this. Let's get the vest guards for sure. Let's see how much money that takes out of our coffers. And how much for the... Let's go ahead and get the gauntlets. Yeah, I can't even afford everything at this point. I cannot afford the needle helm, so I'm going to have to come back and do that. But you want to talk to Nico before you go to the Pure Land, and you want to buy this armor. Because if you go to the Pure Land without this armor, you're going to take about 200 to 300 damage a hit. Per hit. I mean, that's how powerful they are. You go in there without this armor that Nico, and only Nico, can provide you. So, of course, Nico is putting the screws to you price-wise. Hey, Sergo, what's up? I'm not going to talk to you because I'm explaining about this armor, but this is a step you need to take. You need to take the armor, you need to buy the armor, and if you don't have all the money for it, you need to get all the money for it. I need to go to the Lofty Mountains or somewhere and make about 90,000 gold and buy those needle helms, but once you do that, once you get this armor, you're ready to go to the Pure Land. So I need to level up my weapons. I need to go find Watts. Of all the people who are here, he's not here for some reason. But I'm going to take off on Flamey, level up my weapons, get some money for more armor, and I will see you guys when we are ready to go to the Pure Land. Alright, weapons are at level 8 for the girl and the sprite, and level 7 for me. I'll get another sword orb in the Pure Land, which is where we're headed now. Best way to get there is to just point yourself northwest and just go from the Sunken Continent. And we have all the armor we need that we bought from Nico. I got the money for that while I was leveling up. And if you just keep going northwest, you'll eventually come to this area. It's got kind of a grayish-green cloud in the middle. And you can now land there, whereas you weren't able to before beating the sunken continent. And somebody is waiting on us, so I guess we had better get moving. We don't have a lot of time here today. But you will find that the Pure Land is a great place to level up. It won't really kick our butts the way it would have if we had not gotten the armor from Nico. But, it can still actually kind of kick your butt if you're not careful. Okay, he's still back there, I guess. Dang. There we go. Did he drop a treasure chest or anything? No, I guess not. But here are the enemies we are here for. The Griffin Hands. Okay, the sprite didn't take that much damage. The Griffin Hands are the guys to watch out for. They can charge at you and really do a lot of damage. But they can also be kept down. You can just keep hitting them while they're down. And we're just going to keep on moving upward and through here. And I am not going to stop and just level up on Griffin Hands. We'll level up plenty well in the Pure Land anyway. We'll take about probably at least 3 levels, if not 4 or 5. But yeah, you want to watch out for that charging move they do. And if you're not pressed for time like I am, you'll want to stick around and kind of just fight Griffin Hands for a while in order to get the best helmet for the boy, which cannot be bought from Nico or a store or anywhere else. And that helmet is the Griffin helmet. That's the main reason you fight Griffin Hands. Most of the time they drop chocolate when they leave a chest behind. But sometimes they will leave the vaunted Griffin helmet. If we run out of time today, I may just kind of stick around and try to go for that anyway, because you can gain a hell of a lot of levels in the process. And here is a Mush Gloom, finally encountering the palette swap of the Mush Boom. He can cast Wall on himself. Kind of wish Mushroom had been able to... Mush Boom, I mean. Kind of wish Mush Boom had been able to cast spells, because of the way he bounces when he does it is really cute and funny. And here are Ice Thugs. Of course, the palette swap of Water Thugs. And we should be leveling up anytime soon around here. I'm at level 54 on everybody right now. Got some levels up in the Lofty Mountains. That's the best place to level your higher level weapons. It took almost an hour to do that. It's like, good God. So at this point, yeah, leveling is a pretty intensive process. But if you stick around and you're devoted enough, you can do it. And we're going to need to with magic soon once we get out of this place. And we're able to have level 8 magic. You're going down, Mushboom. That is the wrong protection spell for you. And see, we can kind of get hurt around here. We can also leave at our leisure, provided we haven't gotten too deep in yet, which we have not. We're at the tip of the iceberg of the Pure Land, as it were. See if he drops anything. You gotta wait on him for a second. You gotta wait for that feather animation to stop. If you run away, you could miss out on a treasure chest before going somewhere. I don't think I'm going to go off to the left yet. If we go up in that cave right there, we will fight the Dragon Worm, which I will save for next time. But, yeah, that's generally the introduction to the Pure Land. The Griffin Hands are the important enemy here. And you want to run around and fight as many of those guys as you can, particularly before going off to face the Dragon Worm, in hopes that you get the Griffin Helm for the boy. Because that is a nice little piece of armor to have. This came from an Ice Thug. Oh, God. Should have probably checked up on that, but I'm still alive. I'm still kicking, but girl needs to heal me now. And I went the wrong way on the menu there. Wow, we've got 55 points apiece now. Excellent. Let's keep that Griffin hand down while we can. Get in there, guys. There's that bouncy little Mush Boom. And yes, the Griffin Hands can cast Silence, so they're annoying like Nemesis Owls that way. But once again, they usually cast it on the boy, so it generally doesn't do all that good. So once we take down this Mush Gloom, we're going to call it a day, and next time, I will spend some time running around seeing if I can't get myself a Griffin Helm. And next time, we'll go face the Dragon Worm, the first of many bosses here.